Kate Middleton's desperate bid for relevance, a royal snooze-fest. Oh joy! Just when we thought the royal circus couldn't get any more tedious, Kate Middleton has decided to up her game. Ever since Meghan Markle announced her upcoming Netflix series, With Love Meghan, set to premiere on March 4, 2025, Kate has been on a relentless quest to remind us she still exists. And frankly, it's becoming a bit of a yawn. First, she hops on a school bus with a bunch of kindergartners for a magical field trip to the National Portrait Gallery in London. Because nothing says, I'm just like you, like a duchess in a designer coat talking to children about their feelings. Ah, yes, the very real struggles of the aristocracy. Kat wants us to believe she's unlocking the secrets of childhood trauma through finger painting. It's almost impressive how the royals can spin Kate spends an afternoon doodling with children into a national event. Then, in a move that screams, "Look at me, look at me!" Kat shares a candid photo supposedly taken by her 6-year-old son, Prince Louis, to mark World Cancer Day. Casual jacket, old boots, standing in the woods. How very down to earth, except, of course, it's all meticulously staged to portray her as an authentic royal. Because nothing about the royals is ever truly candid. This is an institution that once forced a 14-year-old Prince William to wear a suit and shake hands with world leaders like a tiny, tragic politician. So forgive us if we don't buy into the whole Kate, the relatable mom narrative. And as if her PR team sat around brainstorming ways to try to keep up with Meghan, Kate allegedly jumps out of a moving car. Okay, fine. It was probably stationary to embrace a small child who was overheard. Really? Over the noise of the car? Saying she'd seen a princess? Was it sweet? Okay. Was it spontaneous? Absolutely not. No royal security team on earth would allow the future Queen of England to just jeet herself into the crowd without a carefully orchestrated plan. But hey, it got the headlines. Kate Middleton stuns fan with heartwarming surprise moment. And just like that, she is remembered again. Let's not pretend this is all some grand coincidence. Meghan's Netflix series is on the horizon, promising heartfelt conversations, personal insights, and most terrifyingly for the royals, her own narrative, unfiltered. Right? And what does Kate have to counter that? A flurry of conveniently timed, candid moments designed to cement her as a relatable princess. But here's the problem. Despite all these efforts, it's just so boring. The monarchy's attempt to appear modern and relatable is about as convincing as a soggy crumpet. They're playing a desperate game of look at us. We're still relevant, while Meghan effortlessly dominates headlines with nothing more than an announcement. If Kate truly wanted to keep up with Meghan, she might consider doing something truly groundbreaking, like, I don't know, having an actual personality, or horror of horrors, doing some actual work. Kate Middleton's relatability problem. You can't fake what Meghan has. Imagine if, instead of standing by as Meghan was torn apart by the press, Kate Middleton had simply refused to participate in the smear campaign. Just imagine. Imagine if she had corrected the infamous Meghan made Kate cry story instead of letting it run unchecked. allowing Meghan to be dragged for years over something that wasn't even true. Imagine if she had shown just a shred of solidarity when Meghan spoke about struggling behind palace walls instead of offering nothing but cold silence. Women don't have to be best friends to support each other. They don't even have to like each other. But at the very least, they shouldn't be complicit in narratives designed to tear one another down. And yet, when Meghan was being vilified for existing, for daring to bring modernity, passion, and a different perspective to the royal family, Kate stood by and let it happen. When Meghan needed even the smallest gesture of kindness, Kate offered nothing. And when the Queen died and the world watched to see if grief might bring a moment of unity, Kate iced Meghan out so obviously that it made headlines. Fast forward to today, and suddenly Kate is the one under pressure to be more approachable, more modern, more in touch with the public. The very things Meghan was dragged through the mud for, being warm, relatable, independent, are now being repackaged as desirable qualities for Kate to embody. And yet, it's not quite working, is it? Because here's the thing. Kate isn't Meghan, and that's fine. She doesn't have to be. But where Meghan's warmth and authenticity are natural, Kate's attempts at relatability feel curated, like a palace-approved PR exercise rather than a reflection of who she really or actually is. And this constant grin in your teeth like you have no substance and you're a hyena, it needs to stop because you look so silly every time you do it. It's just annoying. Take the latest example, her sudden claim to have a homemade jam recipe. Meghan's love for cooking, of hospitality, has always been central to who she is. Whether it is her lifestyle blog, The Tig, the Grenfell Tower Community Kitchen, or the charming way she and Harry spoke about their engagement roast chicken. When Meghan shares something, it feels personal and it feels real. But Kate's jam moment, it just feels strategic. It's not real. It doesn't make sense. We know she's not making any jam. It's just something she's coming up with because she's trying to counter what Meghan is doing. It's just pathetic. It really is. And that's the problem. You can't manufacture authenticity. You can't suddenly pivot towards the very thing you once stood by and watch another woman be ripped apart for. Had Kate been even slightly kinder to Meghan, had she refused to play along with the ugly media game that pit them against each other, perhaps we would have more sympathy for her position now. But as it stands, it's hard not to see her current rebrand or anything other than a clumsy attempt to mirror the very woman she helped alienate. Women don't need to compete. They don't need to be best friends. But they do owe it to each other to not play into the very systems that exist to tear them down. Meghan understood that. Maybe it's time Kate did too. Yes, guys. So this is what we're talking about. It's not real. She stood there for years and watched them tear Meghan down, lied about Meghan just to build her up. She's like those women that cry to get another person in trouble when they know actually what really happens, right? So she lied. She stood by and she watched another woman being vilified, and she said nothing just because she wanted herself to be propped up, I mean, she's already going to be the Queen of England if they ever get to that stage. But why was she so envious? Why was she so jealous? Why did she have so much but still envied another person for their spirit, for their joy? Why did she envy Meghan for being a happy person, for being a caring person, for being a thoughtful person, for being a charismatic person, an intelligent person? Why couldn't they learn from each other? Why couldn't she ask Meghan for some tips? Because Meghan could help Kate. Meghan could help Kate with how she articulates herself, with how she views the world. All Kate does, you can't hear her. She doesn't speak. All she does is grin her teeth as if everything is a big joke. And it's ridiculous just to watch her, right? Because at no point do you see her trying to improve herself. All she does is try to cosplay Meghan. She does everything to cosplay Meghan, wear the same clothes, wear the same shoes, doing everything that it just doesn't make sense. Where's your personality? Where's your identity? Who are you? Why are you trying so much to be Meghan? But at the same time, you don't like her? Really? That is crazy. And that is how the world has been, right? You have these people that come and take from you, but at the same time they will drag you right down to the ground, right? So we have to call a spade, call it out, right? So yes, very good article, guys, and I'm telling you, it's just ridiculous to watch. But Meghan is still thriving. Meghan is still doing her thing. Meghan is still looking young, being youthful, being happy, being articulate, being helping people, showing up and doing good service, being universal, and she continues with that motto and just continue living her best life. It will never change, right? So Kate needs to really look at her life and stop the foolishness, because it is really ridiculous. So there you have it, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.